landed on rocks. I have fell into waters, and I still have stayed strong and faced all my fears head on. I got tired of being enslaved, and I decided to make a change. Here's my journey. Hey, you guys. Hey. How you guys doing? I am here to talk to you guys today about love and loving yourself, first of all, and discouragement, and especially discouragement from friends, family, or just people that you know or come across. I think this subject is very important, especially equaling up to Nomad life and van life, RV life, schoolie life, bus life, okay? Whatever the case may be, this video is going to be very quick and short, but it's going to be very important for some folks. This is the only way that you're going to be able to jump ahead. You got to be able to jump over this little tiny leap. Let me tell you why it's a leap. Because unfortunately, and I'm going to say this for myself because I had to go through this. That's why I'm talking about it. I went through a lot of years in my life not loving myself 100% because I was too busy loving others. Some people will say, well, if you don't love yourself, how can you love others? Well, sometimes you're so busy loving other people. It's very possible. You're so busy trying to make others happy. And then you ultimately are destroying them because you're putting so much good love onto them, so much weight. It's like they're little mice, and you're putting this weight onto them that they can't handle. And because they can't handle it, then you're weighing them down, even though what you're trying to do is benefit them. And then you're weighing yourself down because then when they can't handle what you put upon them, that weight now stresses you out and you don't know what to do with it. And all you assume is that, well, you've been doing the right thing. So ultimately, morally, you've been doing the right thing, but you're not helping the other person. So I'm getting somewhere with this. What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to making this change in your life with RV life or van life, whatever your situation may be, you have to remember that we are all human. So whoever's watching this video right now, we're all human. You know, we're listening to each other. We're expressing ourselves to each other through YouTube, through social media, through different platforms. We came into this world as one person. We're going to leave as one person. We all have something in common, and that is that we're all going to die eventually one day. We all know that. And we're going to die alone. And I don't have to get into detail with that, but we're going to die alone. You got me. And the only thing that's important is what's left on, I guess, if you want to say what's left on this earth while we're here, or whatever symbolic message we leave here, of any good importance, you know, or remembrance that we want to leave here before we leave this earth. But we're bound to leave this earth later, sooner, whenever, we just don't know. But it's bound to come for all of us, for our children, grandchildren, whoever has come later, it's bound to come for all of us. So everything is fair when it comes to that. So it's very important now that we live and we breathe every day, something that most folks don't take into consideration, that we wake up and we breathe. And it's something that we need to take full notice of. It's something that's practiced in Buddhism as well, that you have to take full notice of your breathing. You breathe. And without your breath, you can't do anything in life. You can't walk. You're dead. You can't do anything. You're breathless. So every time when you wake up, it's not about saying amen, hallelujah. It's about saying just thank you to whatever spiritual being is out there, or thank you to yourself, or just thank you in general. Give some thanks and recognize that you're breathing. Good little food for thought. Now moving on. You have to love yourself. I had to start to love myself, and one of those things was chopping off my hair. Not everybody has to chop off their hair. That was one thing that I choose to do. Some other women choose to do it. Whoever choose to do it. But in my case, I chopped off my hair. Why? Because I wanted my natural hair that the creator of this earth gave me. I just wanted my natural hair to grow. And I wanted to leave all the weaves and all of the fake hair and all of that stuff alone, because the reality of it is that it's not my hair. If I have to go into a store and purchase it, it's not mine. The texture of it is not mine. That texture wasn't mine. And even if I try to buy the one that's closest to my texture, it still was not mine. I had to install it into my hair. That should be a big concern of mine. And when I awaken, that's why I have my channel called Awaken and Live Again, and my podcast on Facebook, etc. This is why it's Awaken and Live Again, because when I awakened and started to live again, I realized it made no sense for me to add things into my own natural hair. It's not only a waste of money, that's obvious. Number two, it makes no sense because some of these things I would have to change out every couple weeks. For what? A lot of it was mainly just to try to take a picture with or something, or impress someone else. Someone who is not going to die with you or pay your rent, pay your bills, pay anything. Or take care of you, give you food, water, nourishment, love. But you're putting these things in your hair. So these things came into my brain and I said, I gotta stop this, Pavi. Párate, Fabiola, párate. Ya no metes cosas en tu cabeza, ya es puro lo que era. You know, like I had to tell myself this stuff. You know, like why? It's pointless. And I'm wasting a lot of money. And that money could be going into things for my children. So a lot of us women, and I speak for a lot of African American women, you know who I'm talking about. You know, shame in the game. It's shame in the game when you don't admit it. It's shame in the game when you're not honest with yourself. But if you're honest with yourself and you say, well, girl, please, you know you spend a lot of money on hair. Come on now. We're beautiful the way we are. We were born this way for a reason, folks. If there was no hair stores, if there was no makeup places, if there was no ladies in a nail salon doing nails, if there was none of this stuff, what would you do? You would be okay. You would have hair under your arm to protect you so you don't sweat and stink. The hairs are there for a reason. Your natural hair would grow and it would get all nice and fluffy and curly over time, and it will grow the way it wants to grow. Your natural eyelashes will grow. Your eyebrows will grow the way it wants to grow. Your nails will grow the way it wants to grow. You wouldn't need anything. Your skin will be nice and smooth. I got a lot of my blemishes on my skin because I was putting makeup on it. Now I barely get anything on my skin. Nothing. I don't even do nothing to it. I'm just giving examples of my life. This is a part of the journey to what you're trying to do and what my channel is about in this case. So if you're trying to do RV life, van life, and stuff like that, all of what I'm saying right now can help anybody and anything in your life. However, it can specifically also help you with moving up to this new journey that I'm bringing you all along with in my journey of RV life, bus life, and all that stuff, because you're going to have a lot of discouragements along the way. And you got to be mentally strong for that. But if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be mentally strong for that tide wave of people, those negative people that's going to come to you and say, oh, that's not going to work out. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you're going to go live in an RV? Oh, you're going to go make a school bus into schoolie with rooms and beds for your kids? Crazy? Why don't you just go buy a house? Oh, you're crazy for going to live off grid. It's ridiculous. Oh my God, aren't you scared? I mean, all of this negativity is going to hit you from there, from people who supposedly say they love you. That's where most of the negativity is going to come from. And then it's going to make you feel like crap. And that's where self-love is going to come into play. That's where you're going to have to be super strong and say, you know what? I love myself too much. You guys are not going to pay my bills. You guys are not going to give my kids food. You guys don't feed my kids now. You guys don't pay my bills now. You guys are not saving in my savings account. You guys are not worried about if my kids drink water tomorrow. I am. You guys are not signing my kids' paperwork to go to school. I do. You guys haven't bought me my car. I did. You got what I'm saying here? This is the type of strength that you're building up when you drop the weaves, because now you're saving that weave money into your bank account for a future, for your van life, RV life, so you could get out of paying rent in these roach apartments that they be trying to rent to us as they raise the rent. Come on, sisters. Come on, brothers. Come on, folks. Mi gente. You know what I'm saying? This is what they be trying to do to us. Keeping us down. And then we help them by keeping ourselves down, by purchasing all this extra stuff that we don't need, shedding our natural beauty, and then we're consuming ourselves with all this extra makeup and stuff. I'm guilty of it. Well, in the past anyway. That's why I'm talking to y'all about it. I'm not just talking because I haven't been there, done that. Y'all saw my intro. I done been there, done that, sis. I'm talking from experience. I done been there, done that. And all it did was bring me into more debt than what I'm already in with my student loans and everything else. And all of it was not even needed. Because at the end of it, still hadn't bought my house, still haven't bought anything, still haven't bought a piece of land. I'm doing a journey with y'all now. So was it worth it? No. That's why I'm telling y'all, stop now. Don't spend no more money on them weaves. You don't need it. You're beautiful the way you are. Stop spending on that darn makeup. You don't need it. You don't need it. I promise you don't. Stop spending on those diet pills. All that stuff. You don't need it, sis. You good. And even if you do got an extra little rolls or whatever it is, love them rolls. And then if you want to cut on your calories a little bit, I done been there, done that. I used to be 325. And now I'm 200, but I'm 6 feet tall. It's a difference. I'm not short. So I carry my weight a little bit different. So if you might be a little bit short and you weigh 200 pounds, okay, fine. You might be a little bit more chunkier looking than me per se. But that's okay. Who gives a hell? This ain't no fashion show. This ain't no body show. This is about thinking about your kids. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like your health is in risk because you might need to drop some pounds, that's different. You're thinking about your health because you got to be here in the long run for your children. So if you got to cut your calories along the way, okay, cut your calories a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You lose about a pound or two a day. Okay? All you got to do is cut your calories in half just a little bit. Sacrifice. Just like you sacrifice your hair and you sticking that money in the bank. Because you know once you get on the road and you get your RV or you get your shuttle bus, I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Because today's double Thursday. Today I got time to do 2 videos. So, so while you saving money and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You making a future for your kids. You're preparing yourself to not have future headaches. You're preparing yourself for that moment when your kids come to you and be like, Ma, I need money for this. Ma, I need money for that. Ma, I need money for that. And you're going to be like, you know what I mean? You're going to be all right. That's the point. That's the point. Get rid of the weaves. Get rid of all the fancy clothes. Start donating some stuff. Wake up and smell a coffee, sis. Wake up and smell a coffee before it's too late. I'm 34 going on 35. I'm going to be 35 September 19th. And God willing, before I'm 40 years old, I'm going to have my property and everything and build my house up and stuff like that. Why? Because I'm making sacrifices. And not only that, because it starts within. And I'm a good person. And I have a good conscience. And I make sure that every day. And I'm honest with people. My mother always showed me respect and honesty is the key. And so if you lying to people or you're not honest with people, that's okay. Damn roaches. But if you're honest with people, that's okay. If you're not being honest with people and you're not being respectful from people, the time can change now. It can start now. Start cleaning that conscience. Start being honest and start being respectful. You'll be all right. I promise you, you'll be all right. Start cleaning that conscience and everything will go smooth. But if you work with a dirty conscience, you're going to see how karma is going to play right on your back. And you're going to see you really ain't never going to get ahead. You really ain't never going to get ahead. I've been creeping ahead. And I've been taking it okay. I've been okay with that. I'm okay with what the good Lord is going with. That's okay. That's my spiritual belief. I'm okay with what the good Lord has been giving me. It might have been giving me some roaches and you know, some ghetto apartments every once in a blue. That's okay. It's been giving me that. But I'm okay with that. He's been taking his time on me. But my time is coming right now to make sure things is right. And this is my moment to spread this message. As much YouTube channels as I've had, people probably done said to me, dang girl, you probably got 1 million personalities going on. No, I don't. In a way I do. But no, it's just that I'm just very smart. I consider myself to be a very smart person. And God, what was I going to say? No, I just consider myself to be a very smart person. And I think that's why I end up grabbing my title of guru. Because I've awakened. And I've awakened to the fact that I'm a very smart person. I've been very smart since I've been younger. I've always pre-seen things since I was a baby. My mom used to always tell me all the time, how come you knew that? How did you know that? But I ain't never thought about all that psychic stuff or nothing like that. No, I just always pre-see stuff. Always pre-see stuff in the craziest ways, in the craziest situations. But anyways. And I think that's what I've been blessed with. And that's why I've kept my children safe. And all of this stuff that's been going on. And every time I've lived, I've been like nomad all my life because I've lived in all these different states. And everybody's always like, how can you live in all these different states and you're not scared and you have 3 kids? And I'm just like, I don't know. I just kind of foresee things. So every time I've moved from a state, some natural disaster has happened there, but not when I'm there. And so I'm either there for like a year or 2 or either 3 or 4 years and nothing happens when I'm there. Like, you know, and then when I leave there, some natural disaster pops off. It's like crazy. But anyways, I'm glad you all were here to listen to this. But remember, self-love equals push the negativity away. And once you push the negativity away, you can focus on your RV life, van life, /schoolie life, /shuttle bus life, whatever. You can focus on your future nomad life. You can focus on escaping the bills. You can focus on financial freedom. You're going to have some sort of bills or expectations. Of course, you're going to have to maybe change out your propane every once in a blue. You're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to change your tires. You're going to have to do stuff like that. So you're going to have to be making some type of income. Watch my other video. I'll have it linked at the end of the video. You know, you're going to have a way to be making your money. However, it's going to start with self-love. Because your self-love is what's going to keep your mind strong whole way through. And nobody's going to be able to knock your game. Nobody's going to be able to knock your game. But if you worried about weave, and you worried about keeping up with the Jones, and you worried about social media, trust me, sis, you're going to be left behind with them and the others. You ain't never going to get ahead. You just going to be there on your phone, in the ghetto, watching them roaches, and watching YouTube videos. And you ain't never going to get ahead. So, get it out your brain. Get it out your brain. Now, I'm not trying to knock the sis that do the weaves and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not trying to knock y'all before y'all start commenting, talking about I wear weaves and I don't live in a hood and I'm not like that. Nah, don't start now. Don't start now because I'll be real quick to erase those comments. It's not about that. All I'm saying is that it's some of us sisters, let's be realistic, it's a lot of us sisters that we more focus on the name brand stuff. I bet you we can rule out a lot more than the other sisters who got them nice weaves and all of that stuff, that's not living in the hood, that got a lot of money and that ain't worried about, you know, anything. They got a lot of properties and stuff. Good for y'all. But then it's a lot of us other sisters that are struggling, single mothers and stuff like that, but we still trying to flaunt and look good. Or we working at the strip clubs and we spending so much money trying to keep our hair and our shoes and our outfits good that we not getting ahead even though we making $2,000 in a bag every night. Why is that? Because we trying to keep up. I know a lot of strippers that are natural and they still making a bag a night. Okay? So you don't need to wear the weaves and put on a lot of makeup in order to make a bag. You make the bag with your mind. You make the bag on how you talk to the customers. That's how you really make the bag, just so y'all know. If y'all didn't know. Just trying to school y'all a little bit. Alright, I'm out of here. I love y'all. I really do. I don't have to know y'all to love y'all. I'm a natural guru. I love everybody. This is a non-judgment zone. I'm just being real with it. I'm not going to sit here and be fake with y'all. I'm being real with it. So if y'all can't handle realness, y'all can't handle this channel. Because all it's going to do is get better. get better and better and better, and I'm gutting for it. I'm gutting for it because I need this to be drilled in y'all mind, because everybody who's watching this right now, y'all need to know that y'all are strong. And if y'all feel like y'all weak in the mind right now, y'all can get strong. It's possible. Everything is possible as long as you want it to be possible. So, thank you all for watching today. Que Dios lo bendiga. May God bless everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Hope that everybody stays well through everything that's going on. Check out my next video, because I said it's Double Down Thursday. So that means I'm going to load up another video. So I don't know if I'm going to load it up today with this one or tomorrow. But just know that I made the both of them on the same day. It's all good. I'm off today. I had time. But anyways, love you guys. I'm out of here. Make sure you check out the other videos. And if you haven't yet liked and subscribed, please do, because it's free. It makes no sense that you don't, to be honest with you, because this is some good information. And whether or not you're going into van life or not, or you're thinking about it, you still can get some information out of this stuff. Your mind still needs to be right no matter what you continue to do in your life. Your mind still got to be right. And then it's free on top of that. So it's not like you're paying no money. Don't be lazy. Take your little finger real quick and press subscribe and like, and stop wasting time. Just press subscribe and like the darn thing. It's free. Alright, see y'all. Love you guys. Take care. And God bless everybody. I'm out of here.